Well, welcome to Simply Dance Studio, along with SPIF, Spokane International Film Festival, and Sante Restaurant. And I know I've met all of you, but will reintroduce myself. I am Marianna de Lorenzo, and I am the owner of Simply Dance Studio. And I have owned Simply Dance Studio for approximately 7 years now, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about my studio first. I like to think of my studio as a great place of dance, but not only is it a great place of dance, I have cultivated as a great place of creation, an incubation for creation. And with that goes a little bit of a story. As I started my business 7 years ago, of course, the first couple of years were very tough. Nobody came to dance, and if they did come to dance, it was one or two persons. But I found that if you stand there long enough, people will come. And they came, and finally, they indulged in all the dancing around here, and come to find that people that like to dance also have great imaginations. And so the great imagination was sparked. And through those people, I started hosting show dances and competitions. And as those things occurred, there's a category called novelty in the dance world. And what that is you create a character and then you bring him to dance and music. Well, let me tell you, that was the beginning of all the fun around here. Little did I know that I had a ton of characters in me, and they all came flying out. And this one particular character named Guido came flying out, and he won't go away. He's here to stay. So I guess Guido is my alter ego, and a lot of people agree. And I'm not proud to admit this, but Guido happens to be a sleazy Italian lounge lizard. So, being a sleazy Italian lounge lizard, Guido, he travels the world, and he looks for, of course, sleazy lounge lizardy type places to visit. And when he goes to these places, he meets this woman named Margarita. And Margarita happens to be the love of his life. Well, Margarita and him, and they see each other, and they have this moment where they just are so excited to see each other, and the love is flourishing. And pretty soon, Guido, being the dance machine that he is, he talks Margarita into dancing with him, and usually it's like a cha-cha or a hustle, and so then they do their dance, and everything happens, and poor Guido, being the Italian lounge lizard that he is, in the end he makes this horrible lewd pass at her, and Margarita has more respect for herself than you would imagine, and of course he blows it, just blows it every time. And so Guido, he ends up again without Margarita, but he goes on. He keeps going on. And so that is the beginning of my story here into the film world. Guido has evolved. He has now become something different than the first character that I developed for the dance world. And he is now headed for the silver screen. Oh, of course. Well, Guido has been through many psychological and physical changes, and Guido has now become a very charismatic Italian man named Antonio Vitolo. Antonio Vitolo. And that's what you're going to see here is my Guido character transformed into this very, very charismatic Italian man. Now, just to back up just a little bit, as I have evolved in the dance world and developed all these characters and done all these shows and competitions, I have also met extraordinary people along the way in the film business. And through the film business, I was hired for my choreography on set to teach the stars to dance. And once I got on set, I started meeting people in the film business, and I started learning about film, and I'm so impressed what you have to do on set. I can enlighten you a little bit if you've never been on set, what it takes. And I also started meeting script writers and acting coaches, and here at Simply Dance Studio I offered acting, and then of course I got with the people that knew how to write scripts and learned how to write scripts, and I'm still in the process of learning how to write scripts. So this is what has happened. I have finished my first script, and the Antonio Vitolo is in the script. He's the transformed Guido. And this little amuse-bouche, which is now the new name for trailer, he's going to appear here for you. But I'd like to give you a little background on what's going to happen here. Antonio Vitolo. He is a very charismatic Italian man, and he's also a very good businessman, and he is a dance man. He's a dance instructor, alter ego. He lives in Rome, Italy, and he is at the height of his life, and he's just about to make it big. And he's caused such a stir in Rome, Italy, that the mafia, the Pope, and his own Italian Mamma Mia is very upset with him, and they kidnap him against his will, and they dump him in Spokane in the script, which is affectionately known as Paradisimo. So, as this trailer appears, the amuse-bouche, you're going to see Antonio Vitolo. He's at a very, very low point in his life. He has been dumped in Spokane against his will within 24 hours. He has given Spokane a try. He's been everywhere. He's tried to enlighten himself, say, okay, I'm going to go with the flow. I'm going to try to live here. And he's supposed to live here for several months. And he just doesn't fit in, and he's very, very lost. And so he takes himself to the bar, and it's supposed to be at the Peacock Room, but when we were making the amuse-bouche, we made it at Agave because we could get in there. And so you're going to see Antonio. He's at the bar, and he's at the lowest point in his life, and he's not used to being low. And he's looking at a picture of Rome and longingly wanting to be back in Rome. And he's psychologically twisted at this point. And so a man that usually keeps it together is now falling apart, and he doesn't care. He absolutely doesn't care. And so as you see this short, trailer, you will see him starting to do things that are pretty weird and unusual, and he doesn't care. But after he goes through these things, of course, there's a surprise and an enlightenment, and then we're going to see that. Now, as you watch the amuse-bouche, if you are finding questions about how this has all come to be here tonight, I want you to feel free to ask these questions. And I want you to know that my journey into getting to this point has been extraordinarily fun, but also extraordinarily daunting. It's one of the hardest things I have ever done, is to just sit here tonight before you and show you my amuse-bouche. So everyone, I hope you enjoy. Here is out of Italy.
Bravo.
Thank you very much.